Okay. So this is the switch statement. Okay. What doubt you have in this? Hello.
Sir, how it works, sir?
Okay. so this is if else statement, right? So this
Yes, sir.
if this ID takes 100, so I'm checking here equal to the value, right? So
Yes,
I'm checking if ID equal to 100, it should want to console the correct, right? Basically, this now equal to 100. This ID, and I'm checking the 100 here. So the both are same. So it's going to return correct. So the same thing, instead of using if statement, we're going to use the switch. Why? Because if you're working with some bigger application, there is a lot of cases in there in your logical. Okay, so if there is if statement, means you should always want to check if else like that way. So without doing if else statement, we're going to use the switch. So what the switch do? So the switch takes a value here. So this value is what you are passing here. Okay, then it start from a open, they start from a cases. So if the case is red, console.log color is red, and we are breaking that statement. So this is not going to run. So we just break this from here. So if the case is blue, we should want to color is blue. If there is no value color red or blue, we should want to run this default. Okay, this will automatically run default. For example, I will now run this function. Now I will run the switch here. So dot slash switch, where is the switch? The 11th one. Okay. Okay. So now, okay. So now I'm going to inspect this. So in the inspect mode, if you see, color is red. Okay. Why? Because we just pass the, wait, I will close all these things. So the color is red. Now I have the color value is red. So I'm passing the color variable here. So it's going to check only if the string matches this red to this red. Okay. If I give blue here, this is going to check is there any case of blue string. So here there is a blue. So it's going to console log blue, color is blue. Now you see the color is blue. Okay. If I have give any other string like this, okay, so it's not going to match this red or blue. So the default value is going to run this one, console.log color is not red or blue. If I come back here, you see the color is not red or blue. Okay, the same thing for here. I told you in the date things. So in the new date get day is going to return a number. Okay, the 0 start from Sunday. So basically now it is returning 1. Okay, I'm checking the case. If the case is 0, I should want to print day equal to Sunday. So it's going to run. If the case is 1, this one Monday. If the case is 2, it's Tuesday.
Sir, that get day will give in numbers, sir.
Yeah, wait, I will show you this.
Okay, sir.
So if I
No, sir, I had doubt in that, sir. That's it.
Yeah, okay.
In that part of code, how it comes 0, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yes, sir.
So this is a date, right? So this is the syntax how we create a date in object or JavaScript. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when I console log the new date, what I'm getting here, Monday, it's a day. I'm getting the month and getting the what. This one is what? The day, date, and the year, and the time, the hour, minutes, seconds, and GMT and Indian Standard Time. So there is a lot of things are returning here. But now what I'm just going to do here, I will show the date operator here. Okay, already I told you that get month, we can use the method here, get month, get day, get full year, get hours, lot of things we can get. So if I try to put today, new date, get day, we'll check what is going to return. Okay, so it's returning 1. What is returning? Not a Monday or Tuesday as a string, it's returning a number. Okay, so in the switch case, I am getting the number here. When I used to put dot day, I want to use to put the case in a number only, because here the place we are actually pushing the number, right? So that in every case we should want to print the day using the case as a number. Okay, this is the difference. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you not understand, let me know that again. I will.
Sir, the template one, sir. Again, template, sixth one.
Template. Which one? This one. Template. Okay. Okay. This sixth one. Okay. Okay. So basically, instead of using this double quote or single syntax to create a string, we're going to use this backticks. Okay. For example, I will show you. Console.log. So what this type is? Hello. This is a string
String,
or
sir.
number? What is this?
String, sir.
So okay, this is a string, right? So now I'm just change this to ./6. Wait 1 minute. I think it's not 1 minute. Okay. So now we print a hello here, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now what I'm just going to add a new I'm just going to give a John. Okay. So to do that, what should you want to give? This is the way you write the things, right? If it is a string, okay, you just do the concatenation. So hello plus string, and it's going to return what? Hello John, right? Because the name now having John as a value, string value. Okay. So I'm calling the variable here as a now it's going to return hello John. Okay. So we'll check. So it's returning hello John. So there is another way to do that. We're going to use, instead of the double quote, we're going to use the backticks. Okay. This is the backticks. Same thing. So I will show you the example in W3 school. So hello, we don't want to put plus and give the name like this way. Okay. If it is one thing, if it is very shorter, it's okay. You look, if it is like this way, it is very hard to structure all these things, right? In a string way. So instead of doing that, what we are going to do, our cases, we just want to call the name here. Okay. That's the thing. So to do that, what should you want to do? You should want to put the $sign and the curly brace here. If you call the name, so the both runs the same way. You see, hello John, hello John. Okay. So this is the difference. Instead of doing like this, we can use like this. So wherever you want to call the variables or some functions or something, the expression, anything, you just put a dynamic variables like using the dollar and open curly brace and close curly brace. Inside you can put the name and whatever you want. Okay. If you want, you can put a 5 plus 5 also here. It's going to run the 10. Okay. So basically it's going to return a dynamic values. That's all. You understand?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So now any other doubts?
No, sir. That's it.
Okay. So now we'll jump into so 1, 2, 3. Okay. This fundamentals we completed. What I do now, I'll take all this code inside to JS. Put it here. Here we just, now we're going to learn JavaScript DOM. Okay, this is very important because this DOM important only going to update all the things in your window. Okay, for example, if you create something and if you want to add into the UI, or if you want to delete something from the UI, or if you want to update some string in the UI, this is only going to take place everything, the DOM. Okay, so I will explain. First thing, we'll go on just what is DOM JavaScript. We just go on the DOM is basically a document object model. So it's a programming interface for web document. So basically web document is HTML. Okay. It present the page so that programmer can change the document structure, style, and the content. The DOM represent the document as node and object. I will explain this, what is node and object. That way, programming language can interact with pages. The DOM is only for interacting with the UI elements. Okay, if you want to change something color when the button clicks, if you want to change some content when the update happen, if you want to delete something, everything's going to take place with this DOM. Okay, I will put the here. I will just create the index.html, and first thing before we get into, I'll just show you what is window. Okay, window.js. So here I'll paste the what is DOM, right? So what is DOM? So, okay. Okay, so now we should want to learn what is window first of all. Okay, here I'll just create a JS DOM. Then I put a script here dot slash one window dot JS. Okay, so if I try to console log, I'm just checking if the file is working. Okay. So if I open this in my live server, so it's going to open. Okay, so now open my inspect. So the inspect is returning 1, 2, 3. Okay, everything is fine. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, first step, we should want to learn what is window. Okay, the window methods, objects, and properties. These are the things what we're going to learn now. So window. So here I'll put window methods, objects, properties. Okay, so I'll put console. First step I'm not going to put here, so I will show here. Okay, this is the console. Okay, so I'm just going to print a window as a word. Okay, you see, when I type window, something is happening here. You see, some object is returning here. Okay, if I put this, I'm saying this is an object. Okay, why I'm saying this is an object?
Because of
What is the
curly
reason?
braces.
What, brother?
Curly braces.
Yeah, okay, so this is a curly brace, so it now have a properties and methods and objects, inner object, everything it's going to have now, this window object. Okay, so now I will open this object. So window is an object. So basically I think I already explained this little bit, I think. Okay, so here the thing, every methods, all the things are going to sit here. Okay, for example, alert, you see the alert. So if I want to use the alert here, I can give the window is an object. I'm accessing one method of the window. So dot alert. Okay, for example, I will just create a var x equal to one simple object. X equal to, here I'll just give a num1 is 5 and num2 is 5. Okay, so I'm just going to give a method here, add num. This is a method because it's a function. I already told you, if the function is inside the object, that we should call it as a method. Okay, so I'm going to give a x and y. So here I'm just going to give okay, not x and y. I'll just give not like this way. Okay, see here I'll put this. I will explain what is this and all. Okay, don't worry about that. So num1 plus this dot.
Sir, you have given num1, sir, not number 2.
Yeah, okay. So num1 and num2. Okay, so this is going to return add num. Okay, so now if I put to console.log, okay, if you want to access this method, I should want to x dot
X
add
dot
num.
add num.
So this is going to what it's going to return 10, right? Because we are making a addition.
Yes, sir.
So now it's returned 10. Okay, this is how the window object is now structured. Instead of x is here, now we have a window. Instead of add, we have a alert. Okay, so inside what there, alert, alert, I will keep like this way. Alert takes a message. Okay, so I call the message here. This is our window. Okay, we are just mimicking something. Okay, so the here I'll give my window. So I call my window
dot alert.
Dot alert. Here I'm passing what? Please say hi. Okay, so now if I come back here, now the alert is showing, right? I am not using windows.alert. You see, I'm using my window.alert. I just make a copy of the alert inside to this function, to this object. Okay, so this is how the window object basically structures. Okay, so instead of doing like this, what we can do, window.alert, this alert returns please, the same thing, hi. So if I console this, So now I can get the same result here. Basically, the window is an object. This alert is a part of the window method. Okay. So this is how the things are structured. That's why the alert and console log, everything is working. Okay, understand? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I don't want to give this window because you can call directly the window. You don't want to give any every time like window.alert, because if it is a window method, so you directly call the method directly into the document, into the JavaScript. Okay, so if you see, this is also working the same. That's why we are not calling window.alert, window.console, window. Something like that. Okay, now I'm just going to give you some explanation here. So the window, I'm going to console the window here. So there's window returning bunch of methods and properties here, right? So there is a lot. We're going to take a look a lot of things in upcoming session and all. Okay. So I'm just going to give you some of the things how the Windows is now working. Okay. For example, so here, if I scroll down, we have a local storage. I will take this later. Then we have fetch method to fetch some data from the internet. There is a lot of cookie stores, confirm. I will show you now. So we'll check first of all. So then we have scroll top, scroll left, and there is a, where is that? So the window, there is a lot of options here. Okay, I will show you. So whatever the things I'm going to call now directly into my JavaScript file, it's all part of this place only. Okay, this is all part of window. So to do that, what I'm now going to do, so here first step is I'll just put the alert here. Okay, alert is hello world. Now you know this alert, where the alert is coming now. This alert is coming from window, right? Because it's a part of window method. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I come back here, hello world is printing now, so everything is okay. So now the second step. Okay, so the second step is prompt. MPT prompt. So const, I'll just give the input here. Input equal to prompt. Prompt is basically going to, I will give you the example. So prompt. So basically the prompts give some message and it's returns yes or no, like that way. Okay, for example, here I'll put the alert input, what the input I type from there. Okay, so first thing is alert is running, so I'll command this out. So if I come back here, I'll get some input here. Okay, so if I put hi Javed and I hit cancel, sorry, okay, again it's returning alert hi Javed, because we are again calling the alert and we are passing the input, what the message we insert to this prompt method. Okay, so the same thing. Now again I will refresh this. So here hi Jagan, and I just cancel this. So now you see this returning null. Okay, because we are stopping the message now. Okay, now this alert, this input is not have nothing. Okay, because the prompt we made a cancel it. Okay, so this is a prompt, so we're not gonna use this and all. So just for the explanation, I'm giving what are the things we have in a window. I'm just going to use a confirm. Okay, so if user delete something or update something, we just make sure to ask some confirm from the user, right? So here I'm just going to give you are you sure. So here console.log, I'm just going to print a yes. Else, if they cancel that, so I'm just going to console.log no here. So we'll check what it's now or returning. So if you see, I'll close this. Are you sure? It is asking me, are you sure? If I hit OK, it returns yes. Again, I refresh. Again, it's asking, are you sure? If I hit cancel, it's returning no. Okay, these things, everything's are part of window. I'm not created anything, the confirm or the alert or the prompt, anything we are not created. Okay, these things are JavaScript core methods. It's available in our JavaScript. Okay, in the JavaScript file, whatever the file you created, it's going to available to each and every file. Okay, so this is a prompt, and the second step, I'm going to give you the some properties. Okay, so how can we know properties and methods? Okay, for example, if you used to put alert and function parenthesis and function parenthesis close. This is a method because it's a function. It's inside in a object. So that we are calling a what? Method, right? Now I'm going to use a property. So the property is here. I'll just going to give a outer height and width window. Okay, window outer height and outer width. So basically here I'll put let val. I just created an undefined variable for now. I'm going to update each and every time the last update going to happen. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, so val equal to window. I'll just show the window here and I'll console log the window, the val. So now the val is having a copy of the window object, right? So if we come back, we get the window. So now what I'm going to do, I told you if it is a window properties, if it is a window method, you don't want to call the window.alert. Okay, if it is a property, you should want to call window.outer height. This is a property. It's just a property. It's going to return some numbers for now. Now you see it's returning 1050. If I close this little bit, okay. If I close this little bit and if I run it again, it's returned the same thing. Basically what happening, it's checking the height from this top to this bottom. Okay, it's going to be same, not at all going to change anything. Okay, I will show you. You will understand later. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the width of the outer window, outer width. So it's returning 1920. Okay, the width is going to change. If I do like this way, if I hit this now 6080. Okay, now how the things is calculating from this top to here, it's now calculating. Okay, so I reduce the screen size now, so it's returning 6080. So now it's returning 774. If I go back to normal case, it's going to return 1920. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to reduce this height. Okay, I'm changing this height. So now the window is, now the browser is very small. Okay, the height of the browser. Now you see it's now changing 1181. If I like give like this way, it's now going to change. Okay, I'm checking the with the no. So I want to check the height here. So we'll check now the height. Okay, now I reduce the screen height now. Okay, it is not showing here. Okay, so now the console, if I refresh this again, so you see now the height is decreasing because we just making the height of the outer window height is, we are decreasing the height. If I refresh this again, this is now 466. So it's now calculating from, I think, here to here. I think, yeah, from here to this top to this bottom. Okay, this is how the window outer width and height is calculating. Basically we don't need that. I'm just showing how, what are the things we have in a JavaScript. Now I'm going to check the inner width and the inner height of the window. Okay, these are all the properties. We are not using the parentheses here. So if you use the parent, that is a function. Basically we want to call it as a method. Okay, so here I'm going to use a inner height and width. So this one takes a val equal to window dot inner height. Okay, so if I call this, I get 3394. So if I do like this way and I'll refresh this, you see now it's returning 99. Basically what happening, so calculating from here to here, not until to here. Okay, so it's just calculating from this top to this end. Okay, this bottom. So if I close this, okay, wait a minute, able to close that. So we should want to see the console now. So I'll keep the space bigger. Okay, so if I get back to console, I'll refresh it again. Now you see it's returned 546. Okay, so this is how the inner width and outer width differentiate. So now I'm going to use a width of that thing. So the width is going to be inner width. Okay, I'm just going to check the inner width. So now it's going to return 1280. Okay, if I do like this way, now you see this is 352, right? So if I do that, it's going to return the same value because it's checking from here to here only. Now you understand how this working?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
okay. So
no,
this
sir. Sir,
It's
if you do
it
the
is like
same for
margin and
outer width,
padding.
What?
Sir, if you do this for same for outer width also, we are getting the same. And inner width also, we are getting the
Wait.
same.
Yeah,
Yes.
because yeah, okay, 1 minute. If you do the width, so now you see it's returning some 367. No, 367. What is now happening from here to this is the window now? Okay, from here to here it's calculating. Okay, this is not returning the same thing. You see 352 3. Now the inner width is returning from inside window to the inside end of the window. Okay, not from outside window. Now I can, instead of doing like this, I'll do like this. Okay, so I keep it like this and I'll off the responsive. So if I get back to console, wait 1 minute. So I'll do like this. Yeah, okay. Here the console is showing now. If I reduce, oh, I couldn't able to reduce more. If I do like this, bigger, so it's now returning 354. Okay, so y means I should want to, yeah, okay. So now it's returning what? 681, right? So it's now calculating from this end to this end of the window, outer window, not the inner window. Inner window only is calculating, going to calculate from here to here, not outside part of the thing. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So we are not going to use these things and all. We are always going to use only the inner width. I ever use this outer height and outer width in my previous project and all. We only going to use the inner width and the height. Okay, so everything is okay. So then we have a scroll point. So scroll points. Okay, scroll points. So here val equal to window dot scroll y. Okay. Scroll y is not a function. Okay, it's not a method, it's a property. Okay, you see what the alert, you see, the alert window dot scroll y is not a function. Basically it's a property. Okay, not a function. Remember that. That's why we are not passing a parenthesis here. Okay, so now it should not show any error. It's showing 0. So now what I'm going to do in the here, I'll just put some div and give you a style of margin bottom 1000 pixel. Okay, because I need a scroller, so that I'm using the margin. So margin bottom of 1000. So now I have the scroll button. I think we couldn't get that because we couldn't able to scroll here, right? Yeah, we can't get the value. So there is one problem here. So to do that, what I'm just want to do, because whenever I refresh, it's going to return 0 only. Okay, so okay, I will give you later about the scroller. Okay, I just want to make some things to show the example. Okay, I will give that tomorrow, the example. I will give this example tomorrow. Okay, so I'll keep this scroll y and x because I should want to prepare something for you, so it takes a lot of time. So I will give you the example tomorrow. So now we can get the location object also. So basically the location object, okay, the location objects. Okay, so val equal to window dot location. We're going to check the location. So if I console log the val here, now what we getting, you see it's returning an object. You see when I call the window property, okay, it's a property, it's returning what? Not a string, not a number, nothing. It's returning an object. You see this object now has lots of bunch of properties and method inside. Okay, for example, you see we have the host. What is our host? 1120.0. This is the host. Now we are getting host name. This is the host name we are getting, and the href total href, this total link. Okay, this is the hyperlink. Then we have the origin and we have the path name. What is the path name? /index.html. It's returning /index.html, and the port is 5500, and the protocol is HTTP, not HTTPS. We have replace, search, reload, lot of things here in the method. So how can I access these hosts now? Just anyone tell me, please. How can I? The location is an object. I want to access this host. What should I want to do in my thing?
Location dot host.
That's all. Okay. So if it is an object, you want to give windows dot location dot
host.
So now it's going to return my host. Okay, 127. This is my IP, and after that we are getting the port. So this is now If you want to get the host name, I can give the host name. What the host name is returning, only the host, this one. Okay, this is the host, so it's returning. Okay, so if you want to get the port here, I can get the port also. So the what the port is returning, the port is 5500. Okay, 5500. And what we get, we'll get the href here. So href, so if I used to put the href, what it's going to return, it's going to return my total url of the page. Okay, it's returning the whole url. So if I want to get the search, I think SCARCH, search is a method, right? Search 5500. Search is not a function. I think search, we couldn't, I never use the search. I'm just put it here. What the search is doing basically, run, turn the location object URL queries, including if and okay, we should want to pass the query parameter here. So that is the thing. So if I put query here like this, so now you see after query, I will explain you what is query parameter, all the things later. Don't worry about that. Okay, I will explain you why I put the question mark in the URL, lot of things. When we get into the application time, I will give you the example. When we're using API kind of things, I will give you the examples. Okay, a lot of things. So don't worry about this query, what I'm doing now. Okay, so I'll keep it like this way. And then we have some method, right? So I think we have a val equal to window dot location. When I put the location, I think we get some methods, I think, right? So the reload, replace, I think, right? For example, reload, right? I'm just going to do the reload now. Location dot reload. What the reload is going to basically do, it's a method, right? So it's going to reload the current page. You see the page is automatically reloading, you see. So this is how the things happening. Okay, these are the methods we have. So we can use the method. So a lot of things we have. Okay, but we're going to do this for a dynamic way when we create some applications. So far, just you understand what the window object is now doing. Okay, that is enough for now. So then we have, now I'm in this page. So I want to redirect to another page. For example, what I'm going to do here, I will give you the example again. So window, I'll put the window here. So here we get the window. Now in the location object only, right? So in the location object, where is the location? So A, B, C, D. Okay, so here is the location. Okay, so the location has a lot of properties. We saw that now. When here we have, I think we have the query parameter, everything is okay. So window dot location href, where is the reload? So this is the reload, right? Okay, to navigate to some other page, what I'm going to do now here, I'm just going to do some navigation here. Window dot location, I'm going to use a location here. Location, okay, the location dot href. Okay, that href, I'm going to give a https dot / google.com here. Okay, here I'm going to use a window, sorry, I'm going to call a window dot, first I will show you this. So if I come back, location dot href is not a function. Okay, so it's a property, so I should want to give like this way. So now you see this page load me back to Google page. I'm changing the location URL, you understand? So if I get back to the page, I couldn't able to get back to that page. Even if I open that page, it's going to take me to this google.com. Okay, you see, I couldn't able to see that page. Okay, this is how we can navigate the things. When someone submit the form, we'll use this window.location.href to some other page like that way. Okay, so this is how the things are working. Okay, so this is the window object. I'm just giving the explanation. We're going to learn a lot of things later on. So but I'm just started now. Okay, so you understand how the windows now, what is the window, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, super. Now what I'm going to do, so today we can have some, is there any problem that if you have some extend more time, is there any problem to you?
No, sir.
No problem, sir.
Everyone is okay, right? Because today I don't have a Tamil batch. I think that she's not available today, so that I'm asking.
No problem, sir.
Just 1 minute. I will just text her 1 minute. So, okay. So now what I'm going to do, so I will just give you some another explanation of the global scope and the local scope and things and all. Okay. So const dot var let const scope dot js. I'll give the file name like this. So here I'll change the file. Because when I start my career, I don't even know what is Windows seriously. When I start working in an intern, after that only I learned a lot of things out the documentation and YouTube and all. Okay, so you now understand what is window. The window is the major part. Some people don't know what is window, where the alert is coming from, where the location objects are coming from, but you now understand everything. You are calling into the methods, core method, it's basically coming from the window. Okay, every tab is going to have a window. It's going to work in a same way. Okay, always remember that. So window object is very important. Not like important means you should want to understand what is window. Okay, so that's the reason. So first thing, we just see global scope. Okay, what is global scope? You already know whatever you are creating in this file, it's going to sit in a window object, right? For example, var a equal to 5. So if I created the a equal to 5, I'm coming back to my, I'll just open this in my live server. So I'll open it here. So when I get into the console, I'll put the window here. Okay, so the window is going to return me a. Now you see the a has 5 as value. So whatever the things you are creating here, it's where it's going to sit.
Window or global.
It's going to sit in a
scope.
window object. Okay, remember that window is an object. So always remember that also. So let b equal to 2. We just go and check the b now. So I'll put the console here. It's console.log because I don't want to type and again there. So I'll get the window. So we'll check the b now. So where is the b? I think b is not going to come, I think, because we're using the let no. So that's the problem. So if you put, because it is sitting in a window only. Okay, don't worry about that. So I'll put 10 here. Const c is 10. So if I see the 10, so the 10, c is also, we are not going to see this in this window. Okay, it's going to sit in another scope. So basically it's working like kind of different way. We are just getting the a. Okay, this is the problem. What is the problem? I will explain you what's the problem is going to happen. Okay, for example, now what I'm going to do, I will stick with let b. Okay, now you will understand how the things is going to work, so don't worry about that. I will take this out. So whatever you are creating, it's going to sit in a window. Okay, remember that. So function, the function name, I'm just going to give a test. Okay, this is a syntax statement. This is a function statement. Here, what I'm going to do, basically, so here, var a equal to, I'll keep it 5 here. Okay. So first step, console.log. This one is a global scope. Here I'll put a, b, and c. Okay, so you already know what is going to print. It's going to print all these things. Okay, if you want to separate the things using the same console log, you can use a comma separated. Okay, so it's going to return like I will show you how it's written. Okay, see, global scope return 5 to 10. Okay, I will keep it like 1 2 3 1 2 3. This good. So I'll keep it like 1 2 3. Now it's returning me back 1 2 3. Everything sits in a global scope. Remember that. So now what I'm going to do here, function. Okay, the function. Okay, first we'll check the block level scope. Then we get into the if. Okay, if. So here what I'm going to do, If true, okay, it's going to always check this thing. For example, console.log hello, the statement true is only going to run. Okay, if true, else I'm just going to give a console.log no. Okay, this statement is not going to run. Basically we gave it as a true right here, so it's the statement is not going to run. That's what the color is actually dim. Okay, if I come back here, I can see the hello here. Okay, so I don't need this. I'm just going to keep on run this thing. The statement should always be true. This is going to run this block of code. Okay, so here I'll put block scope var a equal to 4, then let b equal to 5, then const c equal to 6. Okay, I will console log the thing here. Okay, if scope, I will put here, I'll put a b c. Okay, so now we'll check what is going to happen. Okay, so you see here the global scope is returning. Now it's returned 1 2 3. Here in the if statement, it's a block level scope. Why are you saying the block level scope? Means this is a block inside the curly brace, whatever you are using, this is a block, so that we are calling it as block level scope. So here I created I created the a variable equal to 4. Again I created a b equal to 5, the same variable name I'm calling here. Okay, we'll check that now. So in the if scope, nothing. Okay, so you see in a global scope, the a is basically 1. I will console this now. Okay, okay, wait 1 minute. I will just take this out and I'll show you. First of all, you see a is 1. In this case, a is 1, b is 2, c is 3. Now it's returning 1 2 3. Remember that. Now I'll uncommand all these things. When I run this code, this a is going to affect this a. Okay, this is a big problem when you working in application kind of things. Okay, if you accidentally call some variable from the global scope inside to this block level scope, it is going to affect the global scope variable. Okay, so this is going to hurt you a lot when you works in a thing. So you see now the global scope 4 and the if scope also 4. What happened here? This reassign the var a again. That's what the global scope 1 changed to 4, but the b and c is not going to change. So this is the block level scope. Now you see 5 6 and 2 3 is still different values, but the var variable only change reassign the value. Okay, this causes a lot of big problems. That's what they're saying. Don't use var keyword, always stick with let or const. Okay, now you understand why we are not going to stick with var.
Yes, sir.
So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a function here. This is a block. Okay, before that I will show you the for loop also. So the for loop also a block level scope, because we're going to use a curly brace here like this. Okay, so here what I'm going to do, let first thing, I'm just going to keep it a var a equal to 0, and then I'll put a less than 10. Okay, a less than 10, a plus plus. So here console.log, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to loop at a. Okay, so var a equal to 0, a less than 10, a plus plus. So console.log loop, I'm consoling the a here. So if I come back here, now you see the global scope changed to 10, but the block level scope, this is now still remains the same. Okay, now this is already changed to 4. Basically we created 1 here and this run first, after then only it's run first. Okay, but if I change this to bottom from here, now this is a is going to have a 10. Okay, we'll check that. Here the if scope a is not running. So okay, so basically we have the scope here, then only this. Okay, what I did, so here the a is 0, a plus plus, then this a returns everything. So here the 4, this var a equal to 4. So here, okay, what happened? Okay, everything is perfect. Oh, it's working perfect. For now, I'll take this out. Okay, now I'll take this out. Now I'll command this. Now this global scope A is going to be on 10. Okay, not 10. I think 9. Yeah, 10. Okay, 10 basically. So again, if I run this if statement here, in this case, the A is going to reassign again to the 4. Basically, the global scope is 10 now. Again, it's reassigning to 4. Now you see, it's doing some weird things. You see, now this global change, the global scope changed to 10. Okay, this is going to cause a bigger problem when you working in application. So that we are not going to use a var, or we are not going to stick with var hereafter. Okay, just I'm showing what is the problem we're going to get. So in this case here, the if statement, that it is a 4 now. Okay, basically in this case, the A is 1, and then this runs, the A becomes 4. Yeah, we got the A 4 here, and then we run this for loop, and the for loop update the A to the last value of 10. And here we got, yeah, okay, here we got the 9, and here we got the 10. So this is the problem what we have in a global scope. And also I'm going to show you a function scope. Okay, here I'll put a function. Okay, function names takes a test. This test is going to have var a equal to 11. Okay, I'll put it like 11. Let b equal to 12. Let const c equal to 13. Okay, so console.log, this inside the function, whatever the variable you are creating, this is going to be called as function scope. So A, B, C. Okay. Now one super thing in the function is there is one good thing is going to happen. This A is not going to change. Basically, this yeah, I think this is going to change. I think. Wait 1 minute. So here this 10 run. Okay, I will call the function here. We'll call the function here. So I got the function scope here. Now you see the function is basically 11. Okay, because we couldn't able to access the A out. Okay, if I put this here also, if I put this here, it's going to change the thing. I think here I run, after that only I'm going to run the for loop. Okay, in this case, I'll put the test here before the for loop. Okay, put the test here. If I come back, now you see the function scope is not changing. Okay, because the function is not going to change. Basically, function scope is something different. It's this variable is not going to access outside of this function also. And also we are I will give you the example. So here I'll take out all these things. So you understand what is block level scope and global scope. Now I'll show you the functional scope. Okay, so here if I try to access, there is no A here. Okay, for example, I'll take all these A. There is no A here. If I try to console log A, I'm not going to have the A outside. You see, A is not defined because now in the function scope, this is another execution context. I will explain you what is later the execution context and lexical environment, all these things. Just for now, I'm just explaining this A won't be accessible outside of the function. This is not going to cause any problem. So don't use var keyword inside the function also. Okay. So anything you are using, you stick with let or const. If the value is not going to change, stick with const. If the value is going to update in the future, use the let. Don't use the var. So var is going to do some weird things when you work in a bigger application. So that will cause you some lot of bugs. Okay. Now we understand what is the block level scope and what are the block level scope problems we are going to face.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you should want to practice this out. This is very simple. Okay, don't worry when we get into this course along. So you will going to look a lot of examples when we created a project. Okay, just I'm explaining the basics things here only. So now I'm just going to show you the documents. So the document.js. Okay, what is document? So the document is one of the important thing. Whatever we are changing, that is going to affect the document. Okay, for example, if you click some button, that button is going to change some content in your document. What is document? Basically, I will show you what is document first of all. Okay, so we'll get into what is document. Okay, so here I'll change this to dot slash document dot js. So if I try to, I'll keep the let val in the top. So console dot log val here. Okay. Keep on update the val equal to documents. First we'll check what is okay, not showing anything. Okay. So we'll check what is document now. So it's returning something. You see, it's returning something. What it is returning? It's returning your HTML. Okay. The document is what? Your HTML is the document. So if I click this here, I don't know why I'm not getting anything from here. I don't know that. Wait, we'll put that in incognito mode. I think, is there any new update came, or I don't know what happening actually. So if I put it here, I can get the document. Yeah, okay. Here I think there's some catchy problem. That's the problem in my display. So I'll close this one. Don't need this. Okay. So here JS com. Okay, I'll put a comma DOM basically. DOM. Here I'll put a H2 JavaScript DOM. So now you see this returning JavaScript DOM, what it's going to inside into the head and body. It's having the whatever we are having in the HTML, it's going to reflect here. Okay. So basically now we understand what is DOM. So
Yes, sir.
what is document?
Whatever we write in HTML, that will be a document.
Yeah, no, not like that. The document is your HTML. Okay, that's all. That is the HTML is a document. When you console log the document, what is going to print? Your HTML code only. Okay.
Okay.
So here only we have a lot of things. So we're going to access all these things. I will show you some different way of accessing, but we are not going to stick with that. I will give you that later. Okay, examples. So val equal to, I'm going to give a document dot all. Okay. It's a property document. It's a document property. Document is basically an object. So if I come back here, it's returning something me back when I give the document dot all. It's returning me as an HTML all collection. What it's returning basically, it's returning the HTML head, meta, title, body, H2 script, div script, meta. We'll check. The first case, we have the HTML, right? This is the HTML. So it's returning here. Second case, we have the head. So it's returning here. Third case, we have meta. It's returning here. 3 meta we have. So it's basically 3 meta we are getting here. After that meta, we have the title. So and also we get the title. So if I open the title, you see it's returning, it get me back to my JS DOM. Okay. So we have the body. So this is the body tag. Inside the body, we have H2. Again, we have script. Again, we have div, this div. Okay, don't worry about this viewport. This is not a part of our learning thing. So, okay, only the 10 thing. Okay, the collection of HTML all collection, only the 10 length. So 0 to 1, it's basically returning as an array. So 0 to 9. Okay, this is what DOM all. It's basically going to return all the collection of tags in your document. We're not going to use anywhere this, but I will just want to give you some brief examples. So that's what I'm just showing this. So I can now, I told you this is an array. I want to access this title. What can I do here? Just let me know. Just anyone tell me, explain or thing. That is an array. So that array, I need the title. What should I want to give? How do you access the array?
Dot title.
Dot is, you going to use the dot in object, right? Not for the array, right?
Get.
So to use the array, what you give, you should give the bracket, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Okay, for example, val equal to document dot all returns an array. So I want to access the what title. What is the title? 5. Okay, the index is 5. You see the 5 index. So we give the 5 here, it's going to return me back only the title. You see, this title is coming from our index.html. First of all, you understand that. Okay, the document is basically our HTML. So on that document, we are accessing the title from the document.all 5. We never going to use this. Okay, I'm just showing the examples. So you should want to understand all these simple things. Then only you can able to code all the logical thinking. Then only all other things. Some people always teach you to think a logical way. That is not a problem. You can think whatever logic you want once you become a good coder. But if you want to become a good coder, you want to understand the base and the core of the language. Okay, so that is very important. If you don't know the core of the language, then even if you are a good logic thinker, then how could you implement that in your project, right? So that is the thing. So I'm just going to print the all.length. So if I do the all.length, I'm going to get the 9. Basically, what the all returns, we'll check. It returns 9. Okay. Inside this, I have the property called length. And sorry, this length is something different. We just need this length only. Okay. So I put this length here. I can get 9. Okay. So we have the 9 collections of items there in the array. So here, val document, I'm just going to access the head. Okay. HEAD, head. So if I access the head, I can get the head. So inside the head, we have meta and all the things inside the head. Okay. So if I want to access the body, I could give the body here. Inside the body, what we have the H2 and script of that. Don't worry about this code inject by live server. This is our extension. Okay. Don't worry about the script, lot of codes here. No, don't worry about this. Is our live server code. Don't confuse about that. Okay. I'll take this one from here. So now it's returning the H2 script and our div and the margin bottom 1000 pixel. Okay. It's a body. Okay. So then we can see the doc type. So the doc type, you know what, I already told you what is doc type. So if I come back, it's returning the doc type is HTML. Basically, this doc type is returning. Okay, this is the doc type. So then we have a domain. We can get the document, a domain. DOMINAIN, right? So domain. If I come back, I'll get the domain of this. So 127.001. Then we have val equal to document dot URL. Okay, URL. So to do that, I'll get my whole URL. So it's this URL returns me back from the document, not from the window. It's not coming from the window. Okay, remember that. So val equal to document. So if I open this document, okay, everything is cool. Okay. So now what I want to give some things here. Okay, I'm just going to create some other things here. For example, after the H2, I'm just going to create some form here. Okay, the form, inside the form, I'm going to give a div, not the div. I'll keep it like a input. So the input takes a text placeholder, enter a name. Then I'm just going to give a button. Button type is submit. I'll put submit. Okay, so everything is fine. Here to the form, I'm going to give a ID. My form. Okay. So my form. So we'll come back here. So now I have a input element and also one button. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to val equal to document is an HTML. The form is a part of HTML. So I'm going to give the forms here. So if I do that, I get back HTML collections of array. This HTML collection, this is not an array. Okay. I will explain you that later why I'm not saying this is an array. Okay. This is not an array. So I'm getting this form back when I give this document.forms. I'm getting back the form. So this form has in a 0 index. Okay. Remember that the form has in a 0 index. So inside the 0, we have input and 1, I have the button. It's going to work the same way of array, but this is not an array. Remember that. Okay. They will ask you in an interview some tricky questions. So val equal to document dot forms. I'm just going to print the 0 index. We'll get the 0 index. Okay. So I can get the actual form. I can access this ID attribute now. Okay. I can get access the ID attribute. So to do that, what should I want to do? Form0.id. If I do that, I can get only my forms here. Okay. Why? Where is the my form is coming? It's coming from our index.html. Okay. This is coming from here. ID is my form. So now I got the my form. Okay. If I have any class names or like things of everything, I can get here. For example, here I put the a tag. This A tag has a hash. Now I'm going to give the class name of link here, link, and I will give some click me. Okay, click me. So we'll come back here. We have the link also here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, val equal to document dot links. Okay. So if I come back here, I'll get some A link. This is the A link of this one. I got the link here, A link. Okay. I have only one. So I got the A. To access this, what I should want to do, basically it's kind of array. So in the 0 index only, we can able to access this one. To do that, what I want to do. So link is
Square
0.
bracket.
So if I give that, I can get the actual link. In this, I have the attribute, the href attribute and the class attribute. So to access the class attribute, what should I want to give? Dot class name. Okay, this is going to be something different. Don't worry about that. Later on, when you keep on working with me, you will going to learn all these things. Don't worry about that. So it's written link. So basically in a class, we gave the value of link. Okay. So if I want to get the href, I can give the dot href. So I'm going to get the hash. Okay, this, yeah, you see, this is the hash. Okay, it's going to return like this way because whole thing and the hash. Okay, so if I change this hash to http://google.com, what I'm going to get? I'm going to get the actual URL. Okay, what the URL I gave there. This is one thing. I'm get the class name. This class name returns me back. So I will give you that example also, link, and I'll put my link. Okay. So listen this properly because it is very important. So when I used to call I will change this to the top. I'm just returning, I need the class name of the link. When I come back here, the link and my link output here, okay, as a string. Okay, you see, as a string. But if I do this some different thing using the class list, okay, the class list is going to return me back as an array of the classes inside in this A tag. If I come back here, it's returning me as this is also not an array, kind of array. Okay, DOM token list, we call it as a DOM token list. In the 0 we have link and the 1 we have my link. Remember this, when we get into project, we're going to use this DOM token list to make some logical thinking. Okay, so to update something like that way. So it's written like an array. I want to access the my link. What should I want to do?
1, sir.
I want to give the bracket.
1.
In the bracket, I should want to give the 1. So I return my link. Okay, so this is how the things are actually working. So if you have any images here, for example, I'll get some image. Which one? It could be images there. Okay, we'll get this image. Okay, I'll get the URL of the image. So here, after here, I'll put the image in the source. I'll put this image, and I'm going to give some attribute with this 100 pixel, kind of 300 pixel. Then height, height is 300 pixel. Okay, if I give like this way, what I'm going to get? If I call the image val equal to document dot images, we'll check what it's going to return. So I got the image. I got the collections of image here. So here we got the image. Okay. So if I open this, I got this. Okay. Now one question to you. Why this image coming next to this link? Why it's happening?
What's it?
The image is not coming next after this link, right? It's coming next to
Inline
this.
element.
That's it. Okay, super. So because it's an inline element, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to wrap this inside a div. Okay. Top, I'll put the block level element and I'll keep the here. So now we get the image bottom. So we have the image in the 0 index. So in the 0 index, we have a lot of things. So we don't need this. So here, if I want to access the particular image, so I want to give 0. So that return me actual image. And if you want to target any other things from there, I can give dot src So if I give the source, I'm going to get the link of that. If I want to get the height, dot height, so I'm going to get the height is 300. Okay, so this is how the document is basically working. Okay, so it is very simple and also very powerful. You should want to understand this, then only we can able to move on to the next level. Okay, for example, if I want to get the script, okay, in this case we have only one script here, right? So to do that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to call the document.script here. So if I do like this way, I can get my document of script. So this script has one script and two script. What is the, I don't know what is the 2 and 3. We'll check that out. So here I'll put 0. Here I'll put 1. So now I'll console command. So now we get the 3 document.js. This is what our script basically, right? So this is what our script. What is then what is the 1? We also want to check that no, because it's returned 2 collection in the collection. So if I put 1, it's undefined. Basically what happened here, I told you that this is not a part of our document. What the thing? That's a VS Code script. Okay. Now we couldn't able to get that because it's coming from the internet. Okay, so that's the problem. So don't worry about that. This script is not going to have. If I add another script here, for example, test.js, now this one is going to return me back test. Why this is not returning? Source./text.js share visual. Okay, so put 1. We have the collections of script. In the 1 we have the script 1, right? So 1 here. Why this is returning undefined? Wait 1 minute. We'll put the /2. I think we should want to give the file name. A is not defined. Okay, no problem. Here, where's the A? We are consoling here. That's the problem. A is not defined. Okay, here also we don't have that. I'll take I command all this out. So we just need the one. Look, why this one is not returning? We have 2 script here. If 0, it's return me back. Which one? It's returning me 3 document.js. Okay. So if I put document.script.1, why it's not returning? I think we should put in after here. I don't know why it's returning. Here the 3 is returning now. Okay, here the here the 3 is returning, but if I try to put 0, okay, if I try to put 0, what it's returning? It's now returning 2 and it's returning 3. I think why it's not returning if I swap that to the top. We check that. Now I don't know why happening this. Something weird is happening. I don't know why, but it's basically this is how the things are working. Okay, sometimes you're going to see some weird things, so you want to understand what's going to happen. You want to change that using your knowledge. Okay, how to now I stop this thing, so it's working, but I don't know why this is not working. Afterwards I will check you and let you know that thing. Okay, so if I want to access the script source, what should I want to give? Val equal to document document dot scripts. I want to access the 1 dot src. Okay, src. Yeah, so if I get back here, I get the 3 document.js. That is the last script we have in our file. So there is another way also we can do. So this is one method. So this here you can also give the method also get attributes. You can pass this is a method. So when I say method, it's basically objects of function. Okay, remember that it's only returning /document.js. Remember, when I give dot source, it's return the whole thing with the URL. If I used to put the method here, it's now basically returning what? Only the file path. Okay, remember this. We are not going to use these kinds of things and all, but just I'm explaining this what the document is basically. Okay, so I told you that for example, let script. Okay, let script documents dot script. So I'll keep like this way. Let script equal to document dot script. So I told you why this is not applying. So I'll just keep the script here. Okay, It's returning as an, this is what, object or array? Shall we continue tomorrow?
Array.
Shall we okay, only 2 minutes will complete this. Okay, only 2 minutes. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, okay. So this is a array or object?
Array.
Array, right? Because it has a square bracket here in the from the start and from the end, right? But this is not an array. This is an HTML collection. It's look like an array, but this is not an array. Why I'm saying? So we'll check that. Okay. Array. I told you to check the array. Array is array. I'm just going to pass the script here. Okay. If it returns true, it's basically an array. If it's returned false, it's not an array. Okay. Remember that. I already showed you. I think I already showed you this method. So if I put this here, it's returned false. Okay, because that is not an array. So that's what I said. The HTML collection, it is not an array. It's a different type. It's an HTML collection type. Okay, remember that. So how can I change this HTML collection to array? That is the second question we want, because I'm just going to loop through that for using a for each. Okay, for example, scripts dot for each. Only I can able to use the for each in what? Only for the array, not for some other HTML collection and all. For example, if I try to console log the elements inside each and iteration, I'm not going to get, because it's going to return script for each is not a function. Why it's returning like that? We should want to understand that also. I'll put the console log script here. If I go and see in the prototype, I'm not having any for each method. Okay, you see, there is no for each method. The for each is coming from here. I will show you that now. I will take the advanced level of prototype later also. So now there is no, is there any for each method here? The prototype. Do you see any for each word here? There is no for each, right? So now to do that, what should I want to do? I want to change this to let's script array. I'm just going to give a variable name script array. I'll put array dot from. This is how you want to change something to an array. Okay. From, I want to pass this script here. So now I can get access of the script. Now we'll check. Okay. Now we'll check this script array now here. Now we converted to the array. So I have the array. Now you see there is no HTML collection is appear here. Okay. Now it's in a pure array. So if I look the prototype, I have a for each here, right? There is a lot of array methods. For example, here you see this is pop, push. These are the methods we already saw. These methods are all coming from here. This is a core JavaScript methods, the array methods. Okay, remember this. I will going to explain this prototype and all. It's a basically advanced thing. I will explain that later. But for now, just understand the for each is a part of array method. Okay. So now if I try to do this using script array dot for each element, I'm considering each and element here, I can get the script and scripts. Understand?
Yes, sir.
So to get the actual element script, so here I'll just do singular script, whatever name you can give it here, no problem. I'll get the same thing here. I'm just going to get the attribute of the source of the script. Okay. So now I'm going to get the file path only. Understand? The whole thing what we saw, we are not going to use anywhere in our application. Don't worry about that. But you should want to understand these are things, how these things are actually working. This is not the case. We are going to access the element or identify the element from the document. There is another type of things we're going to use, okay, to access the element from the document. But this is the thing, how the document is actually structured and what are the things you are put inside to the HTML. It's going to available in the document. The document is basically an HTML, so that we are all accessible to the element, whatever we are creating inside to this index.html. Okay. So here, I think you have some confusion in this place. Hello.
Yes, a little bit confusion.
Okay, no problem. Today you'll just skip this out. Okay, no problem. Just to go and try out, learn all these things. Okay, tomorrow we'll tomorrow you can able to join, right? So I think there is some function. I think everyone can able to join.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Not
No,
tomorrow. Function is after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow. That
yeah.
is on
Day after tomorrow, no problem. We can have a leave. Okay.
Okay,
Tomorrow
sir.
only. Tomorrow, if you can please attend the class. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Seema. Thank you. So if you have any doubt, don't worry. Don't. This is very simple. Okay. I will explain that later. I will just get fast from here because she is mobile is low charge. So that's the reason. So just go and take a look of the block level scope and function scope and window objects and the documents, how we access all these things. Okay. This is how the things is gonna work. So we are not going to use anything what we saw now, but this is the thing you should want to understand. Okay. So I will put the code into my GitHub. I think I should want to push it from here, right? So because we created a new folder, right? So this is the JavaScript and just use the git bash. So don't worry, when you get into the projects and all the things, you will keep on going to work the same syntax again and again. That time you will understand everything. Okay. So for the starting only, it should be very hard. Look like it's very hard, but it is very easy. Okay. We have, okay, everything is fine. So git push. Okay, everything is fine. We got the code in my GitHub. So we go and push the code. Okay, in the same thing you do with the same folder, same thing, you're going to have the folder in your application. Okay, don't change anything. So this one, right? So we have the DOM and the JavaScript fundamental. Okay, we have both the folder here. So go and learn this today. Okay, tomorrow we'll connect again. So if you have any doubt, you can contact me whenever you want. No problem about that. Okay. So is there what's the doubt here? Is this look like very difficult? What's the thing?
No, doesn't look like that difficult. But I've seen that we can change HTML tags or anything within the HTML using DOM
Yeah.
by using get ID, using
Yeah.
get
That's what
element.
I said. We are not going to stick with this thing. Okay.
Yeah.
But you should want to understand this. No, then only you can able to know what is document. Why you are, for example, so we have in the where is that index.html. This is the form, right? So in the form I have my ID. To access that, what we going to do? We are just going to do the document
Document that
dot
dot
get
get
element by
element by
ID,
ID.
and we should want to give what is the my form, right?
My phone.
Wait 1 minute. Oh, form. So if I do that, I'll put that in some variable. I'll store this in a variable at x equal to document. So if I try to console log the x, what I'm going to get? I'm going to get the ID, right? The form ID. You see, this is how we going to access all the elements from the HTML, all the things. But you should want to understand what is document, right? So that's what you're using the document. Why you're using the document? Because in the document only you're getting element by ID, the thing you're going to get from the document, right? So this is how
Right.
you're going to get all these things. That's what I take a whole class of the document today. Okay, this is one of the important things. A lot of people are not did you know this before?
No, sir. I
Yeah.
directly got that from YouTube.
Yeah, so a lot of people are not going to teach you this. Okay, they basically come back and they teach you document get element by ID means you can call the elements which element has the ID, you can access all the ID from there, like that way they teach. But I also seen a lot of YouTube videos. They don't teach this document, what is the document, basically like this kinds of things. Okay.
Actually, I was trying to change the footer of that Graphy platform because it has the watermark of Graphy.
Okay.
So I was trying to change that, but
Okay.
couldn't do that. So I just hid that using CSS.
Okay. So no problem. So don't worry about this code. Okay, I will explain it that later because we are looping something. I will explain you how the loop works in some diagram, in some visual representation. Okay.
Because
So
in many platforms, SaaS platform, they provide, they put their watermark in their footer. And we also have access to JavaScript. They give a box where we can insert
So
JavaScript or
even
CSS.
if you paid, we can able to see that logo.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know why that. We couldn't able to do anything, brother, because that is coming from their server,
no,
right?
no, they are providing a section in backend in
Okay,
our
okay.
dashboard where we can use JavaScript
Okay, okay. So that
or
in
CSS.
that time we can able to call the class
Yeah,
name and we can
yeah,
remove
yeah.
that,
We
right?
can look at that. So in
Yeah, okay.
Shopify or in Dukan, they have their own watermark even in the paid this version.
Okay, 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 okay. So okay. Actually, you are a teacher of digital marketing.
Yeah, I'm going to start with my WordPress and SEO courses, so that's why I took graphic.
Oh, that's amazing, brother. Seriously, that's good thing. Basically, actually that how the graph is working. If you buy one, you can create a lot of user there.
Yeah, lot of user, even it has a part of like collaboration.
Okay,
If you are
okay,
an instructor and you know other instructor who can teach Python, right?
okay,
And if you
okay.
don't know, you can
Oh,
ask him to join in your as an instructor, and you can split the profit also.
okay,
And
okay.
you
That's
both get the
amazing.
analysis, how much sale is done.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, that's amazing, brother. Like yesterday only, I actually I was planning to buy the Teachable. You know that?
Teachable is very costly, and it has
Yeah, yeah,
annual plan.
yeah, yeah. So basically,
This
we
is
have to
this
pay
is
yearly,
good
right?
instead of that.
Yeah, we should want to pay yearly. That's the problem. I'm just facing that.
Yeah.
And also, they are not providing like this kind of UI facilities
No,
and all.
no, not this much facility. Instead, you have to take other third-party softwares for automation and all.
Yeah, yeah,
Here
yeah. I
you
saw
get
that.
everything in one.
Yeah, yeah. I saw that everything. But this is very good plan. Thank you so much, brother, for your help.
Most
Seriously.
welcome, sir.
Because I was planning to buy some Teachable and things and all. I was planning with my friends actually. Yesterday I've been in my friend home. That time only you are just giving some LMS. No, I'm just talking with my friend. This Alhamdulillah, I got some help from some brother. Like that way, I'm talking to my friend. Actually, I'm really thank you so much for your help. Seriously.
Most welcome, sir.
So we'll do, brother. So if you want to get into teach, I will explain you how to teach a lot of things. Okay.
Yeah,
So
sure, sir.
for the recording, we are not going to do like this way, right? Because this
Now we
live
are going to
section.
use OBS. OBS.
No, 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 not. I'm not saying the recorded way, but for as a teaching
Okay.
purpose, this is not a style how that we are going to teach in a recording section, right? So we
Achha,
should
right,
want to
right.
make some changes because in the live this is a kind of different situation because you are
Yeah.
going to stick with me like so. I have another question. There is I didn't go through all the options there in a graphy. Actually, there is a live session, no?
Yeah, live session for 500 participants. So you can save the cost of Zoom also.
Oh, so they can download the video from the graphy.
No, no one can download the video. It is very
Okay,
secure. No one
okay,
can
okay,
even copy anything from your PDF also
okay,
because it
okay.
gets changed to image.
Yeah, okay, okay.
So it is highly secured.
Okay, okay, super, brother. I saw there like there's a lot of option, and also we can able to build the app also, right?
Yes, you just have to provide the Play Store credentials as well as Apple
Yeah,
credentials.
actually today I
And
was discussing with my friend that like this I have some on product like that where he's saying I told him that for per sale we going to give a 10% to the company, but what he said he actually saying you just increase the cost of the your course extra with 10%. Okay, I'm
actually,
said
here
my
now in Graphy, you have different type of like viewers. So if
okay,
someone is buying from Apple only, like Apple products, so you can
okay,
have different charge for them, and you can give access only to that particular thing.
okay, okay, okay,
Right.
okay,
For example, if I am a website user and I want a course for my website, so you
okay,
can only allow me to access my course only on web, not
okay,
in
okay,
any Apple app or in iOS app. And the cost
okay,
will be different. Like it will be around 500. And if
okay,
I
okay,
want to like buy another for Android, so you only
okay,
give me access for Android,
okay, okay,
right?
understood.
And you can charge 700 for that. And similarly, if I want only for iOS, you can only provide me access for iOS, and you can charge 1,000, 1,200, whatever you want.
Okay, okay, okay. Super, brother. Actually, it was a great platform. What I'm actually planning when I was in a job, I always think why are we want to work in a job? So we should want to create some
Yeah.
product. But in my case, wait, I will off the recording now.
Yeah.